Hello, friends. I'm Pastor John Angiulo from Casas, Adobes United Church of Christ, and I am so happy to be able to pause with you for a moment and share a reflection that I was going to give this March when we were planning our joint prayer service with the Northwest Multi-Faith Fellowship. But because of our current pandemic and all the social distancing that we're doing, quite rightly, we were unable to do it. So we are doing a video reflection. So I was going to speak about the importance of listening and how listening really is a blessing. We sometimes forget about how important it is to listen because we want to say, we want to comment, we want to share, and that's all very important, but it is so much more important to stop, be silent, and listen. Not only listen to others, but to listen to the voice of God that is present all around us. And sometimes when we caught up in what we are going to say, we forget to stop and listen for that voice of wisdom that's present all around us in God and also present in our fellow human beings as they share their insights and inspirations. There's a story in the first book of Kings in our scriptures, and they're taken from the Hebrew scriptures, and it's a story about a prophet named Elijah, and he is seeking to hear the voice of God. And so he goes up onto a mountain, and on the mountain he feels a very strong wind, a super strong whirlwind, and it's so strong it's cracking boulders. And he thinks the voice of God's there, but the voice of God isn't in the wind. And then an earthquake happens, violent shaking, and everything around him is tumbling. And he thinks the voice of God may be there, but the voice of God isn't in the earthquake. And then after the earthquake, there's a rushing fire consuming everything around him. And he expects the voice of God to be there. The voice of God isn't in the fire. At last, there's a silence, a stillness, and he stops and listens, and that is where he hears the voice of God. And God asks him, Elijah, what are you doing here? And so this is an important lesson for all of us. Sometimes we expect to hear inspiration and wisdom, the voice of God, coming in huge peals in a way that shakes us to our core. But sometimes, and quite often, God is in the silence. God is in the breaks. God is present when we stop talking and we sit and actively listen to one another and also actively listen for God. And so my prayer for all of us, regardless of our faith tradition, is that we receive the gift of listening and the gift of stillness from God. I end with a prayer from Psalm 46, and it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And the prayer goes like this: "Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still. Be." My friends, may you be blessed with the gift of stillness, and more importantly, the gift of listening as you go onward with your journeys. And may you be safe, May you be well, and may you be a blessing to others. I thank you for this moment. Peace.